The Jeep is not in a great spot right now. And I was crawling this and it was going fine. I went to adjust myself and I lost my gears, which I'm in a very, very terrible spot. I do not want to back up if possible, but I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about this situation right now. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so last night, let's talk about it. Well, good evening, y'all. Jesse with Adventure Endeavor coming to you from beautiful Quartzsite, Arizona. We're out here with a few friends. We're here, but we're leaving. So we are actually taking the Jeep and the Ram, and we're going to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. We expect to find snow. We expect to find temps in the 20s. Hopefully not any mud, which I feel like it's inevitable. We're meeting some friends up there, and Melissa really wanted to go because sooner or later it's gonna be harder and harder for her to do trips like this as the pregnancy moves along. So we're heading out. We're leaving our trailer here with good friends. They're gonna keep an eye on it for us. Perpetual Moves, check them out. This is gonna be an adventure, a very, very cold adventure. Found our friends and they are camped at freaking such an epic spot. So freaking sweet. Look at this. Wow. So, are you filming?
I'm filming.
So, Adam and Renee are giving us their 60% seat out of their EcoDiesel Ram. The cabs are the same, so now eventually we're gonna install this, and we are gonna put our fridge behind the driver's seat in the Ram, and then have 60% on the other side. So fun stuff.
We're Whitney Pocket. Where are we?
So we made it to Whitney Pocket, which is like kind of the first cool campground area on the way to, what is it, Gold Butte National Monument? We showed you guys on the way in. And see, basically, this trip is going to be the three of us. We got two Rams, and we got the Jeep, and we're doing about 230 miles of dirt. We do believe that we most likely will run into locked gates because the forestry will close them sometimes in the winter. We might get some snow on this trip. We're getting 20 degrees, I'll tell you that.
We got a lot of firewood. We have a big old toilet box.
Yeah, the toilet box is full of firewood. We have Shark vacuum box full of firewood. We have a bundle of firewood. And then the gas is actually for the Jeep because we don't know the range on the Jeep off-road yet. So we brought, 7 gallons, I think that is, just to be on the safe side. But we're super excited, and this should be kind of a lot more of high-speed stuff. And if the plan goes well, we will be camping at a super epic spot.
So our first stop here is at the Little Finland geologic formation area, I guess. We've got a bunch of these red rocks with these crazy carvings in them. And there's a little spring that has popped up out of the ground. And there's actually palm trees. We're kind of out in the middle of the desert and we got some palm trees, a little oasis popping up right here just because there's so much water coming from this spring. These rocks are really interesting. It kind of reminds us of Valley of Fire State Park.
Here we have
some beautiful examples of wonderful erosion. I don't know what these little
dingleberries are.
Yeah, these little like pimples all over it. That's really interesting.
Don't touch it. It might be contagious.
But you can see how it becomes more delicate and smaller like towards the very top where it's been eroded the most, and then it just like expands into the rest of the rock.
Well, a lot of it too, like obviously down here, this is where water flows when it rains, so it's a lot smoother, but then you can see up on the hills has a lot more texture and a lot more of what we just showed you guys right here. Yeah. But it's crazy.
Arizona state line. Okay, we are now officially entering the Arizona and the Grand Canyon. What do they call it? Grand Canyon Parashant National Monument?
Girl?
Grand Canyon, yeah. How do you say that word? Parashant? Parashant?
I'm going with parashant.
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 That's what we're going with.
I see snow. Is that a good sign?
There is snow on the mesa in the distance. Can you see that? Right there.
All you guys wonder, how do we get these sick drive-by shots? Well, the pregnant wife walks down the road and she yells at us and says, drive the trucks by! And then, you know, we have to pick her up and give her a ride back. So that's how we do it.
Yeah, you know.
Pregnant wife on the side of the rail as we're driving.
Yeah,
we're so smart.
It's fine. There's literally no one out here.
Our kids will love this. A few moments later.
Lifeblood.
I gotta let it cool off though.
What happened?
We have a transmission line and the line somehow popped off the fitting. I'm guessing it got hot. And I've been driving in 4th gear, which circulates a lot more fluid and creates a lot more heat. And it just popped off. So hopefully let it cool down a little bit, put it on, put a hose clamp on it, because it's a fitting where you're not supposed to need a hose clamp, but we're gonna put one on and hopefully it stays.
Well, that's what the ranch used to look like. And this is what it looks like now. Don't go inside, there might be hantavirus.
All right, I won't go in. Oh, I can go in. You definitely shouldn't go in.
Definitely am not going in.
Okay, but we can go check it out from the outside.
Yeah, let's go.
So what's the history on this?
I have no idea.
You didn't read it?
No. It just said that Ed Yates picked this area in the Mojave Desert, which also happens to be one of the most inhospitable locations in all of North America.
And it said water is life.
Water is
so
life.
There is like water that I think is seasonal that comes through this area.
Yeah, there's a canyon over there on that side, so I imagine so. And this is the remnants, and it's like a designated historic site.
There's a lot of cow poop.
Wow, it's really well preserved.
Yeah, it's in good shape. The roof looks good.
Yeah.
Tarantula.
What is it? Tarantula?
Tarantula.
Let me see.
I'm filming him.
Oh,
What's up, bro?
Looks like a tarantula.
Looks like a tarantula to me.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, this is a well. You can hear running water in here. You can hear it. It's not me farting, guys. It's water, I swear. It's pretty cool. It's just made out of literally mud and stone. It's neat. We don't want to go in because we don't want to haunt the virus. It's always good to follow the rules, right, dear?
Yeah.
Especially when you're pregnant.
I want to get no crazy rodent viruses.
It's super well intact though.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it started raining. We were going up this super long canyon, and we thought this trip was going to be a bit more mild. Maybe it was a little more than we bargained for on this trip, but now that we're here, it's freaking epic. Took a little bit of spotting, no big deal. That was fun! We're not even done yet!
We got the heart rate going.
All right, so New Year's 2021. Currently under a tarp.
It's been fun so far, guys.
In a canyon in, what is it, Gold Butte National Monument. Current situation, it was just hailing. It stopped. Current situation, the Jeep is broken on a rock crawling trail. We left it up there on the trail.
We're under a tarp because we were getting soaked.
We don't know what's wrong with the Jeep though, that's the thing. It's not shifting at all. It doesn't have forward, it won't shift into gear, forward, reverse, or drive. We think it's a transfer case is stuck in neutral. We went on this trail, it was super long, it was beautiful, but it was sketchy.
Yeah, the road was...
It was very narrow, especially for two full-size trucks.
A little scary.
And we made it up here, and we were like, oh, the Jeep will go up and just scout to see if we'll get out of this canyon tonight, or we're gonna sleep in this canyon. And as you can tell, we're having a fire because the Jeep's broken, and we are sleeping in this canyon.
We got our stuff set up, and then it started pouring rain. So show the ground. It's very muddy right now, as you can tell. So that's fun.
Luckily, our gracious friends let us use their stove because all of our stuff was in the Jeep.
Yeah, all of our cooking stuff, all of our camping stuff, all of our food was in the Jeep.
Yeah, like a quarter mile.
So they helped us carry it down, and we're using their fridge and camp stove.
Oh, babe,
and it was sleeting also.
How pregnant are you now too?
I'm about 5 months pregnant.
Oh, yeah. If people just saw the road we were on, they'd be like, you guys are retarded.
Oh my
Good
God.
times. Okay, so last night, let's talk about it. It snowed a lot. Car doors will not open. Now we get to go try to figure out what is up with the Jeep. The Jeep's still up on the hill. There's our tent. That was interesting. We were actually plenty warm. Blue slept in the truck with his jacket on and a blanket. He was fine. I went in there in the morning and he was just sleeping. But look at this canyon now. This is what we came up. So we came up this canyon. We decided to camp here in this little turnout.
Time to pack up. Morning.
Were you warm last night?
I was. How about you, Zamboni?
Zamboni.
Were you warm?
She was warm. Stay inside, babe. We made it up pretty close to the Jeep with the Ram, and the Ram did very well. It didn't really slip and slide that much. The Jeep is extremely precariously perched. We're just gonna do our best to try to get the Jeep to shift. That's like what is gonna be what needs to happen, because it is not, the Jeep is not in a great spot right now. I decided to back down the trail because I came up this and it was getting dark, and I was crawling this and it was going fine, and we decided that we should crawl it in the morning. But then I went to adjust myself and it wouldn't, and I lost my gears, which I'm in a very, very terrible spot. I do not want to back up if possible, but...
What are your thoughts, dear?
I don't know, it's weird. It's like everything seems normal. Seems like it's in 4 low. And it should be in park, but like it wasn't shifting last night, like at all.
So we think it's still in neutral right now, and this rock right here is the only thing holding it in place?
Yeah. This is it's not good, to be 100% honest. I'm kind of nervous right now. It's not in a good spot. Our thought was maybe if we had to, we could pull it backwards with the Ram a little bit and see if then it would shift. Maybe if it's just something's bound up or something in there. I don't think anything is broken internally. It just, that makes no sense to me. Like, why would something just break all of a sudden? I didn't hear any noises. I didn't hear any loud pops. I was just cruising down in neutral, and I was on the brakes.
it!
up. Huh?
Yeah!
Now
We
where are
got
we going?
downhill.
All right.
So we got down far enough to a spot where the Ram can now pass the Jeep.
After towing the Jeep down the hill, it somehow regained its capabilities in shifting and it actually had 4 high. So we decided to take the easier but scarier way out down the shelf road that was now covered with snow. We went at a snail's pace, took our time, and luckily we made it out safely. It's always a good time when you're out with Adventure Endeavor. Anything
Yeah.
else to add?
I don't know. I would have to say this is probably the sketchiest trail we've done.
Yeah.
The snow and ice
On that shelf road.
definitely added an element of sketchiness, but we survived.
We took our time, we spotted, I probably walked like a marathon, Renee walked a marathon just spotting each other, and everything was good, slow and steady wins the race. Later, guys.